Ladies and gentlemen, confidence is not something you're born with, it's something you actively cultivate. It's not a trait that some people are simply lucky enough to have while others are not. The truth is, self-belief is a choice. It's the conscious decision to trust yourself and your abilities, especially when the world around you is uncertain or challenging. Every single day, you are presented with opportunities to decide what you believe about yourself. And these decisions, small as they may seem in the moment, add up over time to shape who you become. You choose whether to listen to the voice of doubt or to trust in your potential. You choose whether to let fear hold you back or to step forward in courage, even if you're unsure of the outcome. It's easy to wait for confidence to just appear, for the perfect moment when everything feels certain. But the reality is, confidence often comes after you take action, not before. Self-belief grows stronger every time you push through your fear, every time you take a step outside your comfort zone. When you decide, despite the fear, that you will trust yourself enough to move forward, that is when confidence is born. In fact, self-belief is the ultimate form of self-trust. It's about saying to yourself, even if I fail, even if I stumble along the way, I trust that I can handle it. I trust that I can learn from this. I trust that I am worthy of success, and I trust that my dreams are worth pursuing. It's about having faith in yourself, even when the path is unclear, knowing that you are capable of finding your way. The beauty of self-belief is that it's always available to you. It's not dependent on external circumstances, on approval from others, or on the validation of achievements. It's something you control. When you choose to believe in yourself, you empower yourself to take risks, to try new things, and to keep going no matter how difficult the journey becomes. So yes, confidence is not something you either have or don't have. It's a mindset, a decision, a practice. And with every choice you make to trust yourself, you build a foundation that will carry you further than you ever imagined. A common misconception about self-belief is that it means being completely free of fear, doubt, or anxiety. But let's be clear, confidence does not mean the absence of fear. In fact, confidence and fear can exist together side by side at the same time. Fear is a natural human response. It's part of being alive, and it shows up whenever we're about to do something outside of our comfort zone. Whether it's taking on a new challenge, stepping into the unknown, or pursuing a big dream, fear can feel overwhelming. And that's okay. Fear is not something you can simply wish away or eliminate. The key is in how you respond to it. Self-belief doesn't require you to be fearless. It's about acknowledging the fear, understanding that it's a normal part of growth, and deciding that it won't stop you. Fear can try to paralyze you, make you hesitate, and convince you to play small. But confidence is the courage to move forward anyway, to act in spite of the fear, to take that next step even when your heart is racing. It's about choosing to trust yourself enough to know that you can handle whatever comes your way, even if the outcome is uncertain. Confidence doesn't eliminate fear, it empowers you to move through it. It's the strength to feel the fear but not let it define your actions. When you step into a room filled with uncertainty, when you launch a new project, when you speak your truth, or when you put yourself out there, fear will always be there to greet you. But so will confidence, the quiet inner voice that says, I might be afraid, but I believe in my ability to handle this. I believe in myself and I can do this. Think about the moments in your life when you were most afraid, but you still pushed through. Maybe it was that big presentation you weren't sure you could give. Maybe it was a conversation you needed to have, even though your hands were shaking. Or maybe it was taking that first step toward a dream that seemed impossible. In those moments, you experienced fear, but you also chose to act in spite of it. That's where confidence lies, in the decision to take action anyway, even when fear is present. So don't ever think that fear is a sign that you're not confident enough. The reality is, you'll never completely be rid of fear. But you can develop the kind of self-belief that allows you to keep going anyway, trusting that you are strong enough to face whatever comes next. Fear doesn't diminish your potential. It doesn't limit your power. Confidence is the choice to embrace fear and still move toward your goals. It's not the absence of fear, but the determination to keep moving forward with faith in yourself. Even when the path ahead feels uncertain, self-belief is not just a feeling, it's a catalyst for movement. Confidence fuels the courage to take the first step toward your goals, even when the path ahead seems unclear. It's that inner spark that transforms your dreams and ideas into tangible actions. Think about it, you can have all the plans, all the knowledge, and all the desire in the world, but without self-belief, none of it means anything. It's belief in yourself that turns intention into action. Without that inner confidence, you'll find yourself hesitating, second-guessing, or waiting for the perfect moment, something that often never arrives. But when you have self-belief, you realize that the perfect moment is right now. It's in the decision to move forward, regardless of whether everything is figured out. Confidence propels you to act in the face of uncertainty. The truth is, there will always be unknowns, always be risks, and always be things you can't control. The road ahead will rarely be fully lit, but self-belief is what enables you to take that first step in the dark. It's the courage to start before you have all the answers, to trust that you'll figure it out along the way, and that each small step forward will bring clarity. Confidence helps you see that progress is made one step at a time. When you truly believe in yourself, you begin to see every challenge as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to prove to yourself that you are capable of achieving great things. Without self-belief, the fear of failure or uncertainty might keep you frozen in place. But with belief, action becomes inevitable. You begin to realize that even imperfect steps are better than no steps at all. Action, even if messy, is still progress. Self-belief doesn't promise that everything will be easy or that you won't face difficulties, but it helps you understand that the only way to succeed is to start and to keep moving forward, no matter how unclear the path may seem. It's the trust that with each step you take, you are building momentum towards your dream. I want you to think of the first time you accomplished something that once seemed impossible. How did it feel to take that first leap? Perhaps you didn't have all the details worked out, but you took the step anyway. It was self-belief that turned your intention into action. It was your willingness to step into the unknown despite the uncertainty that ultimately led you to your goal. When you start acting from a place of self-belief, something powerful happens. The fear of failure starts to shrink. You stop waiting for permission. You stop waiting for the right moment. You begin to trust the process, knowing that each action you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your dream. And the more you act, the more confidence you build. It's a cycle. Action fuels belief, and belief fuels action. So let me ask you this: what would you do today if you truly believed that you could not fail? If you trusted yourself enough to take one small step, even if the rest of the journey still seemed unclear? The key is to move, to act, to begin. Self-belief ignites action. And with each action you take, you get one step closer to turning your dreams into reality. This expanded version emphasizes that self-belief is not just about feeling confident, but about transforming that belief into action, even when the path ahead is uncertain. Confidence gives you the courage to take the first step, and from that action, more belief and momentum are built, creating a cycle of progress toward your goals. We all have this idea in our minds that success is a straight line, a smooth, uninterrupted path toward our goals. But the truth is, setbacks are inevitable. No matter how driven or talented you are, no matter how clear your vision or how hard you work, there will always be bumps along the way. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, when your efforts don't yield the results you hoped for, or when the challenges feel insurmountable. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand: failure doesn't define you. In fact, failure is not the opposite of success, it is often a part of it. Every single person who has ever achieved anything meaningful has experienced failure. It is through failure that we learn, grow, and build the resilience necessary to reach our true potential. Self-belief is not the absence of failure. It's the ability to keep moving forward after a setback, to refuse to let that setback define your future. It's the courage to fall down, get up, and try again. Because every time you rise after falling, you build something even more valuable than success. You build strength, wisdom, and resilience. You gain the experience and insight that can only come from confronting obstacles head on and continuing to pursue your vision, no matter how many times you face rejection or disappointment. Think about the greatest success stories in history, the ones that inspire us. Did they happen overnight? Did they come without struggle? Of course not. Whether it's in business, the arts, sports, or personal development, behind every success story lies a trail of setbacks, failures, and challenges that tested the person's resolve. The difference between those who ultimately succeed and those who don't is not the absence of failure, but their willingness to keep going despite it. Failure teaches us invaluable lessons. It shows us what doesn't work, and in doing so, it helps refine our strategies. It reveals our weaknesses and forces us to confront areas we need to improve. But it also gives us something even more powerful perspective. Failure makes us humble, it keeps us grounded, and it reminds us of the grit and determination we need to keep pushing forward. In every failure, there's an opportunity for growth. The key to success is not avoiding failure, but learning how to handle it, how to get back up when things don't go according to plan, and how to keep moving forward with even more clarity and determination than before. That's what self-belief is all about. It's about trusting that you will get through the tough times, that you are capable of overcoming the challenges, and that you are worthy of achieving your dreams no matter how many setbacks you face. I've seen so many people quit just before their breakthrough. They face a failure, feel discouraged, and decide to walk away sometimes for good. But the people who find success are the ones who keep showing up. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth or abilities. It's simply part of the process. Self-belief means having the strength to persevere through those difficult moments, to embrace failure as a learning opportunity, and to keep pushing forward. So I want to remind you today, don't be afraid of failure, embrace it. Let it be your teacher. And no matter how many times you fall, always get back up. Self-belief is the ability to keep going after falling, to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Success is not the absence of failure, it's the willingness to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. Your vision is still within reach, even if the path to it is winding and full of obstacles. Keep believing in yourself, keep pursuing your dreams, and know that every setback is simply a stepping stone on the way to your success. We all have this idea in our minds that success is a straight line, a smooth, uninterrupted path toward our goals. But the truth is, setbacks are inevitable. No matter how driven or talented you are, no matter how clear your vision or how hard you work, there will always be bumps along the way. There will be moments when things don't go as planned, when your efforts don't yield the results you hope for, or when the challenges feel insurmountable. But here's the most important thing I want you to understand: failure doesn't define you. In fact, failure is not the opposite of success, it is often a part of it. Every single person who has ever achieved anything meaningful has experienced failure. It is through failure that we learn, grow, and build the resilience necessary to reach our true potential. Self-belief is not the absence of failure. It's the ability to keep moving forward after a setback, to refuse to let that setback define your future. It's the courage to fall down, get up, and try again. Because every time you rise after falling, you build something even more valuable than success. You build strength, wisdom, and resilience. You gain the experience and insight that can only come from confronting obstacles head-on and continuing to pursue your vision, no matter how many times you face rejection or disappointment. Think about the greatest success stories in history, the ones that inspire us. Did they happen overnight? Did they come without struggle? Of course not. Whether it's in business, the arts, sports, or personal development, behind every success story lies a trail of setbacks, failures, and challenges that tested the person's resolve. The difference between those who ultimately succeed and those who don't is not the absence of failure, but their willingness to keep going despite it. Failure teaches us invaluable lessons. It shows us what doesn't work, and in doing so, it helps refine our strategies. It reveals our weaknesses and forces us to confront areas we need to improve. But it also gives us something even more powerful: perspective. Failure makes us humble, it keeps us grounded, and it reminds us of the grit and determination we need to keep pushing forward. In every failure, there's an opportunity for growth. The key to success is not avoiding failure, but learning how to handle it, how to get back up when things don't go according to plan, and how to keep moving forward with even more clarity and determination than before. That's what self-belief is all about. It's about trusting that you will get through the tough times, that you are capable of overcoming the challenges, and that you are worthy of achieving your dreams, no matter how many setbacks you face. I've seen so many people quit just before their breakthrough. They face a failure, feel discouraged, and decide to walk away sometimes for good. But the people who find success are the ones who keep showing up. They understand that failure is not a reflection of their worth or abilities. It's simply part of the process. Self-belief means having the strength to persevere through those difficult moments, to embrace failure as a learning opportunity, and to keep pushing forward. So I want to remind you today, don't be afraid of failure. Embrace it. Let it be your teacher. And no matter how many times you fall, always get back up. Self-belief is the ability to keep going after falling, to rise stronger, wiser, and more determined than ever before. Success is not the absence of failure, it's the willingness to keep moving forward, no matter how many times you stumble. Your vision is still within reach, even if the path to it is winding and full of obstacles. Keep believing in yourself, keep pursuing your dreams, and know that every setback is simply a stepping stone on the way to your success. We often hear the phrase, failure is not an option, but the truth is, failure is part of the process, it's inevitable. It's a natural part of striving for anything meaningful. No one who has ever achieved anything significant has done so without facing setbacks. Success is not a straight path, it is a winding journey filled with obstacles, detours, and yes, even failures. The key to understanding failure is realizing that it does not define you. Too often, we let our mistakes, rejections, or perceived shortcomings convince us that we are incapable of reaching our dreams. We let one setback make us question our worth or our abilities. But I want you to understand something crucial. Failure is not an endpoint. It's a lesson, a moment of growth, a pivot towards something greater. Self-belief is not about avoiding failure, it's about how you respond when you encounter it. Self-belief is the ability to get up after falling, to dust yourself off and to keep going, even when the road ahead looks uncertain. It's about understanding that the path to success is rarely smooth and that falling doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you're trying, you're learning, and you're pushing forward. Think about the greatest achievements of all time, those that inspire us, those that seem almost impossible. If you look closely at the stories behind them, you'll see one thing in common: failure was a part of the journey. Whether it was inventing the light bulb, writing a best-selling novel, or launching a successful business, every person who achieved greatness encountered obstacles. They failed. They stumbled. But they didn't let those failures stop them. Instead, they used them as fuel for the next attempt. They kept going because they had self-belief, the unshakable understanding that their vision was worth fighting for, no matter how many times they had to get up after falling. Failure at its core is a tool for growth. It teaches you what doesn't work, what to avoid, and what to try next. Every time you fail, you get one step closer to understanding what will work. In fact, the more you fail, the more you learn, and the more you prepare yourself for the eventual success that will come. But it all begins with choosing to get back up. Self-belief is not just about having confidence when things are going well. It's about having faith in yourself, your abilities, and your vision, even when the going gets tough. It's about remembering that every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every fall is an opportunity to rise even higher. You might not see it in the moment, but the lessons learned from each failure are building your resilience, refining your strategy, and strengthening your resolve. Consider this: some of the world's most influential people failed repeatedly before they succeeded. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. J.K. Rowling's first Harry Potter manuscript was rejected by 12 publishers. These are all people who experienced what we would label as failure, but they did not let it define them. Instead, they embraced it, learned from it, and kept going. Self-belief is the refusal to let failure be the end of the story. When you fail, it's not a reflection of your worth, it's simply a moment in your journey. And those moments of failure, when handled with resilience and the right mindset, are what ultimately shape your success. So I want you to remember this: failure is not a sign of defeat, it's a sign that you're in the arena trying, learning, and growing. The only way to fail permanently is to give up. The only way to lose for good is to stop pursuing your dream. Self-belief is the strength to keep pursuing your vision, even when things don't go as planned. It's about having the courage to get up again each time you fall, knowing that you are one step closer to achieving the life you envision. The world does not remember those who give up, they remember those who keep going. They remember those who refuse to let failure define them and instead used it to fuel their progress. So the next time you face a setback, remember, failure is not the end. It's just the beginning of a new chapter in your story. Keep moving forward, keep believing in yourself, and never, ever give up. Your vision is worth it. One of the most powerful truths you can embrace on your journey towards success is that you are enough just as you are. True self-belief comes from understanding that you are worthy and capable, even when you don't have all the answers or the perfect plan. We live in a world that often tells us we need more knowledge, more experience, more connections, more resources before we can take that first step toward our dreams. We're conditioned to believe that we're only worthy of success when we meet certain standards, when we've achieved a certain level of perfection, or when we've figured everything out. But I want you to hear this loud and clear: you don't need to have it all figured out to be enough. In fact, the beauty of self-belief lies in the recognition that you are enough right now, even with all your imperfections, your uncertainties, and your mistakes. Think about it: every dream you have, every aspiration that calls to you, is not dependent on you being perfect. Your worth is not determined by your current situation, by how much you know, or by how much experience you have. Your worth is inherent. It's built into you from the moment you were born. You are enough simply because you are. You have everything inside you that you need to take that next step. Too often we get caught up in the idea that we have to earn our worth by meeting external expectations or by fitting into certain molds. But self-belief isn't about trying to prove anything to anyone. It's about trusting in the abilities you already possess. It's about recognizing that your voice, your perspective, your talents, and your unique experiences are more than enough to bring value to the world. You have something within you that no one else has. You are the only one who can fulfill the vision that is uniquely yours. When you fully embrace that you are enough, something incredible happens. You stop waiting for permission to go after your dreams. You stop asking, am I good enough? And start asking, what can I do with what I have? You stop comparing yourself to others and focus on your own journey. Self-belief is about trusting that you already possess the strength, wisdom, and capabilities you need to move forward, even if you don't have the perfect plan in place. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You don't need to wait until you're more confident, or until you have a foolproof plan. Self-belief means trusting that even if you don't have all the answers today, you are capable of finding them along the way. You can learn, adapt, and grow as you go. The key is to start with the belief that you are enough right now, and that's all you need to take that first step. Let's be honest, there will always be things you don't know. There will always be moments when you feel unsure, when you don't have a perfect plan, or when it feels like others are ahead of you. But that's okay. Because your progress is not measured by how much you know, it's measured by how willing you are to take action, to trust in your ability to figure things out, and to keep going in the face of uncertainty. Your journey is unique, and you have everything you need to navigate it with confidence. I want you to think about the times when you've doubted yourself, when you felt like you weren't good enough, when you've hesitated to take action because you thought you weren't prepared. What would have happened if you believed in yourself back then? What could you have accomplished if you trusted that? Even without all the answers, you were worthy of success. It's not too late to begin trusting yourself now, because the truth is you were always enough, even in those moments of doubt. When you fully embrace that you are enough, you free yourself from the trap of perfectionism and self-criticism. You stop waiting for the perfect version of yourself to show up and take action anyway. You start living with the understanding that progress, not perfection, is what matters most. It's about showing up for yourself, even on days when you don't feel 100% ready. Self-belief is the courage to take imperfect action, to trust that as you take each step, you'll learn, grow, and evolve into the person who can achieve your dreams. So I encourage you to adopt this mindset: you are enough. You have everything within you to succeed, even if you don't have all the answers yet. Self-belief is not about having it all figured out. It's about trusting that you are worthy, capable, and ready to begin exactly where you are. Don't wait for perfection. Start right now and let the belief that you are enough carry you forward to the life you've always imagined. We all have dreams, those visions of what we want our lives to be, the kind of person we aspire to become, the things we hope to achieve. And let me tell you something important: your dreams are worth fighting for. When you believe in yourself, when you truly cultivate self-belief, you develop the strength and determination to fight for your dreams, no matter how impossible they may seem at first. Dreams are often seen as something distant, something hard to reach. But in reality, dreams are the fuel that propels us forward. They are what inspire us to take action, to face challenges head on, and to never give up. And most importantly, dreams are worth the effort they demand. It's easy to dream about a better future when everything feels comfortable and secure. But true belief in your dreams doesn't come when things are easy. It comes when you're faced with obstacles, challenges, and doubt. True belief is born in the moments when you face adversity and decide to keep going anyway. It's when you refuse to let fear, failure, or setbacks stop you. It's the decision to continue pursuing your vision, even when the road ahead seems impossibly hard. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself is to remind yourself that your dreams are not only valid, but they are worth the fight. The obstacles you face along the way may seem overwhelming at times. You might encounter people who doubt you, who question whether your dream is realistic. You may face moments of doubt and exhaustion where you wonder if it's all worth it. But here's the truth: it's the pursuit of your dreams that gives your life meaning and purpose. Dreams don't just fall into your lap. They require courage, effort, and a willingness to sacrifice. They require persistence, the ability to keep going when it feels easier to quit. And most importantly, they require you to believe, even in the face of adversity, that you are worthy of achieving them. Think about any successful person you admire, whether it's in business, sports, entertainment, or any other field. What they all have in common is this: they fought for their dreams, even when it seemed like they would never get there. The road wasn't always clear, the path wasn't always easy, and there were moments when they too doubted whether they could make it. But what set them apart was their unwavering belief in the value of their dreams. They understood that the hardships they faced along the way were not signs that they weren't meant for success, they were part of the journey. When you truly believe in yourself, you develop the resilience to push through the tough times, to keep going when you want to give up, and to remain steadfast in your commitment to your dreams. Self-belief is not just about feeling confident in your abilities when things are going well. It's about knowing that your dreams are worth fighting for, even when the challenges feel insurmountable. When you're faced with challenges, remind yourself that the bigger the dream, the bigger the fight. Great achievements rarely come without resistance, and that resistance is what shapes you into the person capable of achieving your dreams. The person you will become in the pursuit of your dreams is just as important as the dream itself. Each challenge, each failure, and each lesson you learn along the way makes you stronger, more capable, and more prepared for the success that will eventually come. And don't forget, no one else can fight for your dreams the way you can. While others may support you, cheer you on, or offer advice, the fight is yours to win. When you believe in yourself, you become your own strongest advocate. You develop the courage to stand up for your vision, to pursue it relentlessly, and to overcome the barriers that stand in your way. It's your belief in the worth of your dream that gives you the energy to push past limitations and keep going no matter what obstacles arise. So I urge you today, fight for your dreams with everything you've got. Hold on to your vision, especially when it feels far out of reach. Keep believing, keep working, and keep pushing forward, because your dreams are worth every ounce of effort you put into them. They are worth the sleepless nights, the setbacks, the sacrifices, and the struggles. They are worth the fight, and you are worthy of achieving them. Your dreams are not just something to wish for, they are something to fight for. And with self-belief as your fuel, there is no limit to what you can achieve. Resilience is one of the most powerful qualities you can possess. It's what allows you to weather life's storms, to stand tall even when the winds are howling, and to keep moving forward even when the path ahead is rocky and uncertain. And the foundation of resilience is self-belief. When you truly believe in yourself, confidence becomes the anchor that keeps you grounded in the midst of adversity. It's the strength that enables you to rise after setbacks, to stand strong when others might crumble, and to keep going even when everything inside you is telling you to quit. Confidence gives you the courage to keep fighting, to keep pushing, even when it feels like the world is against you. The truth is, challenges are an inevitable part of life. There will be times when things don't go according to plan. There will be failures, disappointments, and moments that test your patience and resolve. But self-belief is what helps you meet those challenges head on, knowing that you have the strength to overcome them. When you have confidence in yourself, you're not daunted by obstacles. You see them as opportunities to grow stronger. You understand that resilience is not the absence of hardship, but the ability to persist despite it. Think about a time in your life when you faced a challenge, big or small. In that moment, did you doubt your ability to overcome it, or did you tap into your inner strength, your belief in yourself, and push through? Self-belief doesn't make the challenges go away, but it empowers you to face them with a mindset that says, I can handle this. I will get through this. When you believe in yourself, you start to see setbacks as temporary, as part of the journey, not as roadblocks that will define your future. Confidence gives you the mindset that failure is just feedback, not the end of the road. It teaches you that mistakes are not a reflection of your worth or abilities. Rather, they are learning experiences that build your strength, your character, and your understanding of what works and what doesn't. Each challenge you face is an opportunity to reinforce your resilience, to deepen your resolve, and to prove to yourself that you are stronger than you think. Resilience isn't about avoiding failure, it's about continuing to move forward, even when you fall, even when you feel like giving up. And the secret to maintaining that forward momentum is self-belief. When you trust yourself, you trust that you will find a way to keep going, no matter how difficult things get. There's a powerful connection between self-belief and resilience. The more you believe in your ability to succeed, the more resilient you become in the face of challenges. Confidence doesn't mean you won't face hardship, but it means you will face it with a mindset that refuses to give up. Self-belief breeds a tenacity that doesn't break even under pressure. It's the knowledge that you are capable of handling anything that comes your way, and that you have the power to shape your own outcome. Consider some of the most resilient people you know. What do they have in common? They don't just have the ability to bounce back, they have an unshakable belief in themselves. They know that no matter how many times life knocks them down, they have what it takes to stand back up. Self-belief gives them the strength to persist through tough times, to face adversity with courage, and to rise stronger every time they fall. Now ask yourself, how would your life change if you embraced a deeper level of self-belief? If you truly believe that no matter what happens, you are capable of handling it, that you have the strength to overcome any obstacle, and that every challenge you face is just another opportunity to grow stronger. With self-belief, your resilience becomes limitless. So remember this, confidence breeds resilience. The more you believe in your ability to navigate through life's challenges, the more resilient you become. With self-belief, you don't just survive adversity, you thrive in it. You rise above it. And with every step forward, you build a foundation of strength that will carry you through even the hardest of times. When you trust in your own ability to keep going, no challenge is insurmountable, no setback is permanent, and no dream is out of reach. In life, you will face rejection, failure, and disappointment. It's an inevitable part of the journey, no matter who you are or what you're striving to achieve. But here's one of the most important truths you can learn: your worth is not determined by setbacks. No matter what happens, you are valuable, capable, and deserving of success, even when the world doesn't seem to recognize that. It's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that your worth is tied to your achievements or how others perceive you. When things go well, it's easy to feel on top of the world, as if your value is confirmed. But when things don't go according to plan, when you face rejection, failure, or criticism, it can feel like your value has somehow diminished. That's the trap, though. That's the lie we tell ourselves. Let me be clear, your worth is not a reflection of your circumstances. It is not tied to the outcome of a single event or the opinions of others. Your worth is inherent. It exists because you are you, because you are a human being with unique strengths, talents, and qualities that are irreplaceable. Your value does not fluctuate with success or failure. It is constant, unwavering, and unconditional. Self-belief is the key to understanding this. When you truly believe in yourself, you can separate your value from the outcomes you experience. Rejection doesn't mean you're less than. Failure doesn't mean you're incapable. These things do not define you, they are simply experiences along the way. Self-belief is the understanding that you are worthy of success, love, and happiness, no matter the external circumstances. Think about it for a moment. How often have you let setbacks make you question your abilities, your worth, or your future? Maybe you applied for a job and didn't get it, or you poured your heart into a project only to see it fall flat. In those moments, it's easy to start thinking that maybe you're not good enough or that you're destined to fail. But in reality, setbacks are just part of the process. They do not take away from who you are. They are simply moments that test your perseverance and your belief in yourself. Self-belief teaches you to keep moving forward, regardless of how many rejections or failures you encounter. It's about recognizing that setbacks are temporary while your worth is permanent. Rejection from a job or a client doesn't mean you aren't good at what you do. A failed project doesn't mean you lack talent or creativity. People often tie their self-esteem to external validation, how many likes they get on social media, how much praise they receive from others, or how successful they are in their career. While it's natural to seek validation and appreciate recognition, true self-worth comes from within. When you know your worth, you don't need others to confirm it for you. You define your value, and that value is not contingent on whether you're winning or losing at the moment. Rejection is not a reflection of your worth. Failure is not a reflection of your worth. These things are simply part of the process of pursuing something meaningful. Every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow, not an indictment of who you are. Self-belief is what allows you to maintain your sense of value in the face of difficulty. When you truly believe in yourself, you know that one rejection does not define your future, and one failure does not determine your ultimate success. Think of the people you admire most, whether they are world leaders, inventors, artists, athletes, or entrepreneurs. Do you think they achieve greatness because they never face failure? No. In fact, most of them faced multiple rejections, failures, and obstacles. But what set them apart was their ability to separate their worth from their circumstances. So when you face rejection, when you experience failure, remind yourself of this: your worth is constant. You are enough just as you are, regardless of what happens in the outside world. Self-belief helps you see that setbacks don't diminish your value. They're simply opportunities to learn, adjust, and come back stronger. You are worthy of everything you desire. Your dreams are valid, your talents are real, and you are capable of overcoming whatever challenges come your way. Never let the opinions of others or the obstacles you face change the truth of who you are. Your worth is not determined by the things that happen to you. It is determined by the belief you have in yourself and your ability to rise, no matter what. When you believe in yourself, you step into your own power. You stop waiting for others to tell you what you can do, and instead you become the one who defines your potential. You become the author of your own story, rather than letting circumstances or other people's opinions write it for you. Self-belief is the foundation of personal empowerment because it reminds you that you are in control of your destiny. Think about it: when you doubt yourself, when you allow fear or uncertainty to take the lead, you're effectively handing over your power. You're allowing external forces like the opinions of others or the fear of failure to control your decisions and shape your future. But self-belief flips that narrative. It tells you that you have the strength and capability within you to create the life you desire. Self-belief is the key to stepping into your fullest potential. It gives you the courage to take risks, to make bold decisions, and to pursue your dreams even when others might doubt you. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeing obstacles as insurmountable barriers and start viewing them as opportunities to grow stronger. When you take ownership of your life, you also stop blaming external circumstances for where you are. Instead of saying, "I can't because of this," or "I'd be successful if only," you start saying, "I am capable of overcoming this challenge," or "I have the resources within me to create the life I want." This shift in mindset is powerful. Believing in yourself also means trusting in your unique strengths and talents. You stop comparing yourself to others because you understand that you have something valuable that no one else does. Your experiences, perspectives, and abilities are your own, and they give you the power to create something truly unique. Consider the people you admire, whether they're leaders, innovators, or ordinary people who've done extraordinary things. What sets them apart is not necessarily their circumstances or their natural gifts, but their belief in themselves. They believed they could do something big, something bold, something that mattered. And when they faced challenges and they did, it was their belief in themselves that kept them going. Believing in yourself gives you the power to break free from limitations. It allows you to set your own standards for success, not based on what others expect of you, but on what you know you are capable of achieving. When you trust in your ability to succeed, you stop allowing doubt to cloud your vision. You move with purpose, knowing that no matter how challenging the journey may be, you have what it takes to make it through. But self-belief doesn't just empower you, it empowers everyone around you. When you believe in yourself, you radiate confidence. Your belief in your abilities inspires others to believe in themselves too. You become an example of what's possible when you step into your power, take ownership of your path, and trust in your greatness. Your self-belief becomes contagious, spreading to those who need it most. In practical terms, believing in yourself means stepping out of your comfort zone. It means putting yourself out there, even when you're not 100% sure of the outcome. It means trusting that every small step forward, even in the face of uncertainty, is a step towards something greater. When you believe in yourself, you take action because you know that the greatest risk is not trying at all. So I encourage you to embrace this empowering truth: you are capable. You are enough. You have the power to shape your path, to take ownership of your life, and to trust that you can achieve greatness. Self-belief gives you the strength to turn your dreams into reality, to take bold steps toward your goals, and to become the person you were always meant to be. When you believe in yourself, there is no limit to what you can achieve. One of the most powerful truths you can embrace is that your dreams are not only possible, they are achievable. So often we allow doubt to cloud our vision, convincing ourselves that our dreams are too big, too far out of reach, or just too unrealistic. We look at others who have achieved great things and think, that could never be me. But let me tell you something: with self-belief, the seemingly impossible becomes achievable. Self-belief is the key to transforming your aspirations into tangible realities. When you truly believe in yourself, you begin to see possibilities where others see obstacles. Confidence is what shifts your mindset from I can't to I will. It is the spark that turns your ideas, your goals, and your dreams into a blueprint for success. With confidence, you stop seeing your dreams as fantasies and start seeing them as plans in progress. When you believe in your own potential, you realize that your dreams aren't defined by the limitations you might see today. They're not limited by your past mistakes or the fears that hold you back. Your dreams are only limited by the limits you place on yourself. Self-belief unlocks a new way of seeing the world and seeing yourself. It helps you recognize that no matter the size of the mountain you face, you have the strength to climb it step by step, and that every step is progress toward the summit. Dreams are big. They often feel out of reach. But self-belief empowers you to take that first step even when the path isn't clear, even when you don't know exactly how you're going to get there. Confidence gives you the courage to move forward even when the future seems uncertain. It tells you that it's okay not to have all the answers, but it's not okay to let fear stop you from trying. Think about some of the world's greatest innovators, artists, and leaders. Do you think they woke up one day with everything figured out? Of course not. They had dreams, big dreams, sometimes audacious dreams, but more than that, they had the belief that those dreams were possible. When you believe in yourself, you stop waiting for the right moment or for someone else to make your dreams happen. You stop waiting for permission, validation, or a sign that you're ready. Confidence helps you take responsibility for your dreams, to say, this is my vision and I will make it happen no matter what it takes. Self-belief also gives you the courage to dream bigger. Once you truly believe that your dreams are possible, you stop limiting yourself to what seems attainable or realistic. You begin to see beyond the obstacles, beyond the challenges, and beyond the small voices that tell you what you can't do. Instead, you start to see what you can do, and you take the steps necessary to turn those big ideas into real outcomes. Here's the truth: dreams are not just wishful thinking, they are the blueprints for what is possible. Every great achievement in history started with a dream, a vision of what could be. But the difference between dreams that remain fantasies and those that become reality is belief. The belief that you can achieve what you set your mind to transforms an idea into a goal, and a goal into an accomplishment. There will be moments when doubt creeps in. There will be days when things don't go the way you expect, when setbacks feel overwhelming, and when it seems like your dreams are slipping further away. But self-belief is the power that pulls you through those moments. It's the strength that whispers, keep going, you're closer than you think. You've got this. When you have self-belief, you understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of success. Self-belief also helps you tap into your own inner resources, the strengths, talents, and resilience that you may not even realize you have until you believe you can use them. Confidence allows you to tap into your potential and draw from a well of creativity, courage, and resourcefulness that will help you solve problems, overcome challenges, and navigate the unknown. So don't let doubt talk you out of your dreams. Don't let fear steal your vision. Your dreams are possible. With self-belief, nothing is beyond your reach. Your aspirations can become your reality if you trust yourself, take action, and believe that you have everything you need to achieve them. Every step you take with confidence brings you closer to the person you're meant to be and the life you're meant to live.